What up? 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 What's good, people? What is up? What is
They
up?
went from the fourth level of hell and sent us down to the seventh level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. What?
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these pants on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Well, you gonna run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's how I do this song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. This what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Woo, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all of this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitches was going to stop. I thought Lil Bird was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Murder was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitch was probably up in prison. Girl. Uncle Clifford, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. What he had on looked like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had on way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Iyanla Van Zant's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. And you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. And Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see it. Get me up in my DMs. I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue, jock strap or something like that. I'd love to see it too. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy.
Hello. What's going on, y'all? What is up? It is I. I is it. Welcome to Run Your Mouth. I am L Teddy 27 here to give you the news of the day. Let you know what's been going on while you have been at work. Programming note. 2 programming notes. 1, don't forget tomorrow is our Twitch Wednesday. So if you come here tomorrow looking for me, we will be over to the Twitch tomorrow. Don't forget, tomorrow we will be over on Twitch. So if you missed us last week, listen, y'all, we had a time over on Twitch last week, and we're going to continue to do that this week. I'm going to be honest with y'all. There's a real possibility Silly Saturday may permanently go over to Twitch, only because I think that I will have less issues with YouTube giving me copyright claims and so forth. So I'm gonna think about it, and y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. But I am considering permanently moving Silly Saturday to Twitch, because y'all don't know what I go through, especially with a lot of the videos that we do on Silly Saturday, gospel music feature, all of the stuff that we do on Silly Saturday. Sometimes it's hard to get the Silly Saturday monetized. I'd venture to tell you, I haven't gotten one of my Silly Saturdays monetized in about a year and a half to 2 years. Like Silly Saturday, I do a lot of work. It literally takes me about 6 hours to do it. Zero monetization on a Silly Saturday. So I may move it permanently over to Twitch so that we can try to, you know, get a little bit of compensation for all of the work we put in. So yeah, let me say hey to y'all. I know I'm late today, but work had a lot going on, and we'll get this party started. Hey Tracy W, Complex 613. Hey Lock Queen. Say Vaughn, what's up? Tamra, how are you? Terrence, what's good, bruh? Hey Mama Bees. Ravine, what is up? Drinks with D. It is good to see you. I'm drinking water today. Spring water, public spring water. You know what? When I do drink bottled water, I don't like the purified water. Like I like spring water. I don't like purified water because I can kind of like taste the stuff they put in there to purify it. So I just like the spring water. Hey, precious Jewel, crazy homebody girl, how the hell are you? Felicia, it is good to see you. Janae, hey, my love. V. Carter, how art thou? Terry, is good to see you. Miss E, I'm so happy to have you. Yana, what is up? CK Amelie. Okay, I gotta figure that out, CK Amelie. I gotta figure out how to save my Twitch streams so that people can watch the replay. I'm still figuring Twitch out. We like it over there, but I'm still figuring it out. But thank you for reminding me about that, CK Amelie. You say go ahead and switch it to Twitch. Yeah, because I just do not get any revenue at all off of Silly Saturday, and it takes me the most work to do Silly Saturday. I think you can. I believe you can. You drink distilled water. Okay. Montrez, what's good, bruh? Candace F, it's good to see you. Y'all go ahead and put a Shondo in the chat. Let me know y'all ready to get this party started. Oh, my second programming note was I'm supposed to be hosting the Potomac panel tonight at 9:00 here on my platform with Medusa and Darren Green TV. So I'll be here at 9:00 to do the Potomac panel tonight. Hey Angela, crazy homebody girl says she watches Twitch on her TV, but she has the Fire Stick. I have no idea why you keep getting Christian Mingle and senior citizen. I have no idea. I have nothing to do with that. That is all on YouTube. Oh my God. I don't know why. I have no explanation. Anyway, it looks like we're ready to get this party started. Hey Karen D, what's going on? Oh man, before we hold on for a moment, y'all. I forgot to take that down, didn't I? I did. Before we go to our sugar spikes, I don't want that yet. Before we go to our sugar spike segment, I want to start by saluting all of our veterans. I know we have a lot of them in the chat. If you are a veteran, please, ma'am, sir, if you would let us know which branch of the military you were in. We certainly want to salute you and give a shout out and honor all of you all who served this country. I was talking to I have a lot of friends that are veterans, too many to name. But anyway, as I was talking to one, one of my friends just started cussing. He said, I didn't damn near lose my life in the Iraq war fighting for our freedom, only for this fuck shit we got going on in this damn country. This is not what we fought for. He also told me, he said, there's no way in hell I could be in the military right now having to serve under some of these people. But please, we love our veterans. We are so grateful. I know my limitations. God did not call me in that area. God did not call me in that area. So I got all y'all out there to fight for me, and I'm gonna fight for y'all here on the tube of you. But yes, if you would let us know, if you are a veteran and have served or are still serving, if you could let us know what branch of the military you served in, and we certainly want to salute you and support you. Look at this one. Look at this one. She said she gonna thank her veteran husband proper like tonight. Are y'all still down to the Cancun? Down to the Mexico? Because I woke up to 25 degrees this morning, if you need me. That's what I woke up to this morning. 25 degrees. And I had to leave the house this morning when it was 27 degrees because I had to go to an appointment. And it was 27 damn degrees. Went all the way out there for a damn appointment, only for them hoes to tell me, oh, we need to reschedule. Do you know how mad I was? I had to got up out my bed and it was 27 degrees outside. I had to sit in the car for like 5 minutes just to let the car warm up. I almost typed, thank you for choosing to be broke for a 10-year stretch. Wow. Also being irreparably damaged. Wow. Wow. Hey, Cymera. Oh, y'all back in Cali? Oh, okay. Hey, Xavier. Xavier, you saw your boo thing down to the members only chat? I could not. Xavier, I know you saw your boo thing down to the members only chat. Oh, also, can y'all please please like the video. Please like this video. What the likes looking like, because YouTube ain't gonna do us no favors today. I set this live up really late, like literally 5 minutes before I pressed the live button. So I know YouTube ain't gonna do us no fucking favors today. So please, 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 please like the video. Share it out if you can. Cause YouTube ain't gonna help us out today. Ain't gonna help us out at all. But yes, so we don't have we don't have no veterans in here. We don't have no veterans in here, huh? Ain't no veterans. We don't have no veterans in here. Veterans, let us know you here. Let us know what branch you served in. I mean, we're not asking you to give us your DD, what is it, DD 214s or whatever it's called. We ain't asking for all that. We just ask you what branch of the military you served in. Now, tomorrow is the day where we celebrate people who service the military. And so we'll be celebrating people like me. I didn't serve on the military, but I might have serviced the military in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And all of us will be celebrated tomorrow down to the Twitch. Thank you, Angela. Angela says she is Army. Terrence is Marines. You know, each one of the militaries, they got their own little call, battle cry, and all of that stuff. I'm telling you, and they get real serious about it, real serious about they, calls and battle cries and all of that stuff. How am I nasty? This is an essential part of making sure that our active duty servicemen are ready to go to battle. They need someone to service them. So our active duty military are out there ready to go to battle. We have to be thankful for our service too. That'll come tomorrow. Ciao. Ciao. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead. No, but seriously, thank y'all for so much for serving valiantly and bravely for those of us who could not get out there. Actually, they had the when I was in high school, they made everybody take the ASVAB, like our whole 10th grade class. They put all of us in an auditorium and forced us to take the ASVAB against our will. They had the little recruiters come out there, but they told me there was no way I could ever go to the military because I had scoliosis. So they were like, nope, not going to happen. Sorry, sir. Don't worry about it. You won't be going. I was like, I wasn't going anyway. Angela, it was not even an option, not even a choice. Jeannie, hey, friend. Anyway, and with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, non-binary, gender-conforming members of our audience, I think he's rested up enough tonight. Hey, Miss Shorty B, I think he got enough rest last night, so he may be ready because we used him a lot yesterday. I bring to you the late, great Larry Myers to help us usher in our Sugar Spike segment.
You see, this is the part that I like.
Major Sugar Spike.
So love the world. I want to fight. That he gave. His only begotten son.
Major Sugar Spike.
And shall ever believe.
Major Sugar Spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus! I wish somebody help me.
Jesus. Thank you, Larry. So we start off our Sugar Spike segment today. Hey, Butterfly. In the great state of Utah. Now, I'll get to the government shutdown tomorrow, or Thursday, once it's fully, adopted and signed and all of that shit. We'll attack that. I don't have the energy. I told y'all I have no reason to believe that this is not going to go through. I have no reason to believe that it won't go through. Anyway, now look at who we have here coming late to class. Maybe it took him a while to get over here down here from. We thank you for coming to class today. Oh, Chef, I got a story deeper in the dossier about a passer and the mistress and the what. We're gonna get to that story later. Just sit back and relax, Chef. We got some. That story is gonna be good. Do. Anyway, hey V Carter. So we got some good news coming out of the great state of Utah. A Utah judge yesterday rejected a Republican-approved congressional map in favor of an alternative that will create a Democratic-leaning district in the Beehive State. Third District Judge Diana Gibson wrote in her ruling that the map, which had a finalizing deadline on Monday, quote, does not comply with the Utah law, end of quote. The Republicans' House map, known as Map C, quote, was drawn with partisan political data on display. Map C does not abide by Proposition 4's traditional redistricting criteria to the greatest extent practicable, end of quote, Judge Gibson wrote, referring to the 2018 ballot measure approved by voters that reformed redistricting standards. She went on to say in her ruling, quote, and based on the evidence presented, the court finds that the Republicans' House map was drawn with the purpose to favor Republicans, end of quote. She ruled in favor of updated district lines drawn by the plaintiffs, the League of Women Voters of Utah and Mormon Women for Ethical Government. The map splits Utah County into two districts and forms a district in the northern part of Salt Lake City. This will give the state its first Democratic favored district in a quarter of a century. The League of Women Voters submitted a map under the requisites set by Prop 4, which Utah voters approved in 2018. The law prohibits partisan data from being used to draw up congressional maps. The Utah ruling is a key win for Democrats as it offers the party an additional pickup opportunity heading into 2026 as the party vies to flip the House. Utah Republicans have filed to gather enough signatures to repeal Prop 4, according to news outlets. Even if they garner 141,000 signatures, the repeal vote would be on the ballot next November, but would not have an impact on the midterm election. So that's a good decision coming out of Utah. Now, keep it in that same lane. Hey, Mahogany, what's going on, boo? Now, hey, Paul. Hey, Demetria. Hey, Sweet Pea. Hey, everybody coming in. I told y'all that I told y'all when Texas first redrew their maps, I told y'all that I did not believe that those redistrict and we broke it down how the way that they were redistricting those or gerrymandering those districts in Texas, it probably would not go in their favor. If you remember, we pulled up the map and we showed how they were overplaying their hand. And I really feel like Texas is going to mess up because they're using 2024 data to do the gerrymandering and the redistricting. How that doesn't make sense is the Latinx Hispanic population did have the Republicans siphon off voters from the Democrats. However, in the new America, even the ones that did go over there to MAGA, they have come full 180 back over here to the left, and probably in more force. Even people who were already conservative Republican leaning that were Latinx prior to last year's election cycle, there in every group, even Black Americans, there's a segment in population of that demographic that are conservative, that are Republican, that may even be MAGA. There are, but even those that fell into that, a lot of them have come to the left because of the attack on the Hispanic and Latinx community. So we're celebrating this in Utah, but I could see what the Republicans are trying to do in some of these red states, I could see it backfiring. I could really see it backfiring on them, especially in Florida, because Florida is going to try to do the same thing. Florida is saying that they're going to redistrict and gerrymander as well based on the 2024 election. And if they do that, there will be hell to pay, because those Latinx and Hispanic voters, I could see them coming back to the other side, the ones that did go over there. But like I always tell you all, the majority of Latinx voters actually voted Dem. In more sugar spiky news, well, then there's this. Air travelers, it's being said that air travelers should expect worsening cancellations and delays this week, even if the U.S. government shutdown ends, as the FAA rolled out deeper cuts to flights at 40 of the nation's major airports today. The FAA ordered domestic airlines last week to drop 4% of their flights at the airports in question, saying absences and signs of stress among traffic controllers made it imperative to act in the name of public safety. After already canceling more than 7,900 flights since Friday, the goal for cutting flights is set to rise to 6% today, and again to 10% on Friday. Yesterday saw airlines cancel 2,300 flights, and more than 1,000 flights that were set to take off today had already, this was earlier this morning, had already been canceled. By 5 a.m. this morning, more than 1,100 flights had been canceled. And that was by 5 a.m. this morning. So they're saying that you could expect these cancellations and these delays regardless as to what happens with the government, whether it opens up or not. Don't look at me. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I don't have anything to do with it. Listen, I'm telling you now, if you are making arrangements for Thanksgiving, my advice to you, if it's within an 8-hour drive, you may want to consider driving. Once you start to go over 8 hours, then you may want to thug it out, with the airlines and the airport. But if you can, 8 hours, 8 hours is doable. Between, depending on who you are, 8-9 hours of driving, that's doable. Once you start to go over 8 or 9 hours, that's where you be like, listen. But the reason that I say that is, it's just, I'm telling you, you're gonna be, it's heartache and pain, at these airports. Yeah, I'm telling you, you got to check. You have to, if you have a flight, and I'm someone who flies all the time. You literally have to have all notifications on for that airline's app, but you also have to manually yourself go in multiple times a day. Literally, I go in about 3 or 4 times a day. I have an alarm set on my phone to go in 3 or 4 times a day to go and check my flights. This past weekend, I had flights canceled, had to end up driving. Yeah, there's going to be some irreparable damage to the airlines. Now, it doesn't help that your president, Donald John, is castigating air traffic controllers, demonizing air traffic controllers, because they're like, I'm not sitting up here working 60 hours a week. These people work 10-hour days, 6 days a week, and are not getting paid. And you telling them, yeah, y'all ain't real Americans because y'all ain't thugging it out. Bitch, you ain't thugging it out. Bitch, you ain't gave up shit. People out here losing their housing, losing their food benefits, can't pay their light bills, mortgage, rent. They can't pay for childcare, and your stinking ass having parties down to the fucking White House and shit. Your ass at the golf course every 3 days and shit. Your ass putting Marie Antoinette gold flakes all over the fucking White House. Like you doing some third grade ass arts and craft project. Your ass is fucking sending $40+ billion just to keep an authoritarian dictator in power down in another fucking country. You in Congress have sent tens of billions of dollars to allow Benjamin Netanyahu to, one, have his own genocide. All the while, we also send them money and taxpayer dollars so they can have free health care, which we don't have, and so that they can have free college education, which we also don't have. So don't tell me, Mr. President, who is and is not real patriot. Like he had a whole meltdown on let me see if I can pull it up, because it was so disrespectful. It was so disrespectful. So disredamn-spectful. Hold on, let me find it. Hold on. Because I really need y'all to see it. I sat there and I was like, you know what? It was so disrespectful. Hold on, y'all. Let me get it for y'all. Okay, hold on. Now, hold on, y'all. I'm getting it for y'all. Give me a second. Because I really need y'all to see this. Because the shit irks my nerves. These people irk my nerves. I'm telling you, they irk my nerves. Irk my entire nerves. Hold on. Okay, there it is right there. There it is. There it is. I got it, y'all. I got it. All right, let me upload this. So y'all, because it's so disrespectful. It's so disrespectful. All right. Where are you at? Right here. And then right here. Because I don't want to mix words. I told you these are people who are working 60-hour weeks, okay? They work 6 days a week, 10-hour days, and this is what your president is posting on social media. He said right here, all air traffic controllers must get back to work now. Anyone who doesn't will be substantially docked. For those air traffic controllers who were great patriots and didn't take any time off for the Democratic shutdown hoax, I will be recommending a bonus of $10,000 per person for distinguished service for our country. For those that did nothing but complain and take time off, even though everyone knew that they would be paid in full shortly into the future, I am not happy with you. You didn't step up to help the USA against the fake Democrat attack that was only meant to hurt our country. You will have to have a negative mark, at least in my mind, against your record. If you want to leave service in the near future, please do not hesitate to do so with no payment or severance of any kind. You will be quickly replaced by true patriots who will do a better job on the brand new state of the art equipment, the best in the world, and we are in the process of ordering. The last administration wasted billions of dollars trying to fix antiquated junk that they had no idea what they were doing. Again, to our great American patriots, God bless you. I won't be able to send your money fast enough. To all others, report to work immediately. God bless America. The man is unhinged. You do realize, sir, you can't promise to send people a $10,000 bonus. That's not how that works, sir. You can't arbitrarily say, here's a $10,000 bonus. That's not of federal dollars. Federal dollars have to be voted on. You do realize how this works, right? You also realize that because there are air traffic controllers that are quitting or taking permanent sick leaves, you do realize it takes months to train an air traffic controller. Let's look up how much time that takes. How long does it take to? I'm telling y'all, Big Brother is listening. All I wrote in there was, how long does it? And it immediately filled out take to be an air traffic controller. I'm telling you what I know. According to the Googles, it takes 5 to 8 years to become a fully certified air traffic controller, although the timeline can vary. This total includes time for initial education, which can take up to 4 years, 2 to 5 months of training at the FAA Academy, and 2 to 4 years of on-the-job training and experience before full certification. So if you piss these people off, right, and they decide, fuck that shit, I'm going, it takes years before you're able to get more air traffic controllers there. You really think these are the people that you want to piss off? I don't think that your little friends and cronies that work down to the airline industry who you've been helped bail out for the last several years, who you promised all of this money to, I don't think cutting flights was in the bar, you know, was bargaining chip for them. I don't think that that's what they are expecting from you, sir. Listen, when we were in the Biden administration, they were already short. They said, oh, I think it was like 3,500 or so air traffic controllers around the country, which is why these people have to do 60-hour weeks. Listen, the job is already stressful as hell. And now you're telling people to work for free. And now you sending out whole social media posts demonizing and castigating these people the way I would tell you to kiss the fattest part of my asshole. No wonder they're quitting and walking off the job, or just saying, I'll be out sick. Yeah, I'll catch y'all next time. Oh, yes. Don't forget that part. Listen, we're praying for our air traffic controller brothers and sisters, because it's a hard job, and you do not need to be demonized and castigated because you decide you don't want to work for free. A mess. Just a damn mess. In more sugar spiky news. Now, it's not enough that you are assaulting adults here legally and even citizens of these yet to be United States of America. Now you're pepper spraying babies. Here's the video.
This is what ICE does. This is what these terrorists do to babies. Mama, you okay, Mama? You okay? You okay, Mama? This is what ICE does. This is what these terrorists do to babies. Mama, you okay, Mama? You okay? You okay, Mama?
These people are vile. These people are vile. These I can't I cannot.
Oh, God. You see, this is the part that I like.
Major sugar spike.
So loved the world, I want to fight. That he gave his only begotten son.
Major sugar spike.
And who shall ever believe?
Major sugar spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus!
These people are vile. Sorry, I was on mute. They're just vile. They're vile. They're vile. I do not have the words to properly intimate to you how horrible these people are. There aren't any words. Let me read this to you. An Illinois man said his U.S. citizen family, including his 1-year-old daughter, were pepper sprayed in their car by federal immigration agents during a shopping trip in a Chicago suburb. Video of the encounter outside a Sam's Club in Cicero, Illinois, shows Rafael Varaza clutching at his face after he was allegedly sprayed through his open window with a cloudy substance fired by a masked agent from a pickup truck traveling in the opposite direction. Varaza told reporters his wife told him to stop their car because she and their daughter and sister were also hit. The images showed the aftermath of the episode, with the girl in distress in her mother's arms with her eyes streaming. Varaza told reporters at a press conference, quote, "My daughter was trying to open her eyes. She was struggling to breathe," end of quote. the DHS put out a statement and denied the incident had even taken place. Again, DHS put out a statement and denied that this even took place. That fuck bitch, Assistant Secretary for DHS, Trisha McLaughlin, her bitch ass said the following, quote, "There was no crowd control or pepper spray deployed in a Sam's Club parking lot." End of quote. That is what the Assistant Secretary for DHS said. Now, we literally just watched what happened, right? We saw this. Watched and saw all of this, right? And these bitches are denying that it even took place. That bitch Trisha McLaughlin went on to say in a post on X, while denying that took place, she said the following, quote, "Rioters began throwing objects at agents and blocking the road," end of quote. You better be glad that's all they did, because with the right people, they would have taken out guns and started taking you out. When you get to the point where you're pepper spraying people's babies, there's no level of artillery you have. There's nothing that you're going to do to stop whomever that is from getting your ass. Because I promise you, the people I know, you better be glad all they were doing was throwing objects and blocking the road. Because at the moment that we understand that you're pepper spraying people's children, 1-year-old babies, all bets are off. All bets are off. There's no amount of decorum you can expect somebody to have. There's no amount of level-headedness you can expect. What you can expect is to be met with full force. I have no words for these people. I have no words for these people. Mind you, I should remind you, we reported over here a few weeks back that they were snatching babies out of Chicago, black babies out of Chicago apartments, and zip tying them and having them laid out in the streets, zip tied in Chicago, after they descended out of Black Hawk helicopters and shit in the middle of Chicago neighborhoods. Here we are. Here the fuck we are. First of all, you are and this is all the Supreme Court's fault. The Supreme Court literally gave ICE cover and told ICE that it was okay to racially profile people. They gave complete cover to this administration and to DHS and ICE to snatch people up solely based on their race. That is what your Supreme Court did. First of all, if you are riding by someone, how do you know that the person who you're pepper spraying, even if I'm to believe that you had evidence or knew that that was the vehicle belonging to an illegal immigrant, even if I am to believe that, which I don't, how in a moving vehicle can you be certain that the person or persons that you're spraying are the right people? You know how many people let somebody hold their car to go to the store. It could have easily been a relative or somebody who's an actual U.S. citizen that went and drove and was driving that car. But you're just indiscriminately just spraying people with pepper spray with reckless abandon. Just don't give a fuck, right? This is where we are. Here the fuck we are. Let me move on. I'm spiking. Let me move on. In more sugar spiky news, God be with us. 17 longtime transgender members of the United States Air Force and Space Force have filed a lawsuit against the Trump administration, alleging that the Department of the Air Force unlawfully revoked their approved retirement orders in violation of federal law. Filed Monday in the U.S. Court of Federal Claims in Washington, D.C., the 19-page complaint brought by attorneys for GLAD Law, the National Center for LGBTQ plus rights, pro bono counsel from Stapleton Segal Cochran LLC, and the law office of Jeremy Spiegel, argues that the administration's actions strip the plaintiffs of retirement benefits that retirement benefits they had already earned after years of honorable service. Each of the plaintiffs has between 15 and 18 years of active duty experience. Let me say that again. Each of the plaintiffs have between 15 and 18 years of active duty experience. According to the complaint, the Air Force issued all 17 retirement orders in June 2025, quote, by order of the Secretary of the Air Force, end of quote. Those orders were based on the Temporary Early Retirement Authority, known as TERA, which allows members with at least 15 years of service to retire early under certain conditions. The lawsuit states that the orders were valid and binding, and that the Air Force's own rules permit revocation only in narrow circumstances, such as fraud, mathematical error, or newly discovered evidence, none of which applied in this case. The lawsuit names as plaintiffs service members from both the Air Force and Space Force. All of these service members were granted retirement dates effective later this year. But in August, those orders were rescinded after the Trump administration's transgender military ban went into effect. The complaint cites a chain of executive and departmental directives that led to the reversal. In January, we know that your president issued Executive Order 14183, titled, quote, prioritizing military excellence and readiness, end of quote, which instructed the Department of Defense to, quote, take the steps necessary to exclude transgender people from the military, end of quote. The Pentagon then issued guidance in February implementing the order across all service branches. In May, the Air Force's acting assistant secretary for Manpower and Reserve Affairs, Gwen DeFilippi, issued a memo stating that transgender Air and Space Force members with 15 to 18 years of service could apply for TERA as an, quote, exception to policy, end of quote. The Air Force approved the plaintiff's retirement shortly thereafter. However, in August, after DeFilippi was replaced by Brian L. Scarlett, the Air Force abruptly rescinded every one of those retirements. Scarlett then issued a memo titled, quote, exception to policy, ETP, for temporary early retirement authority decision. End of quote. In this memo, he disapproved all pending TERA requests for service members with fewer than 20 years of service. He stated that those members would instead be eligible for voluntary separation pay at twice the amount of involuntary separation pay. but not for full retirement pay or benefits. Happy Veterans Day. So you told these people that they could get these benefits. The people made sure that they followed the process. They said, let me get the hell out of Dodge. Let me observe a policy that is legal on the books. They were approved by the Air Force. Approved by the Air Force. Only for them to fire the one of the secretaries for the Air Force that approved it, put their own people in there, and then say, yeah, that ain't happening. You won't get full retirement and benefits. Yeah, that's not happening. These people have served between 15 and 18 years. Here we are. Here the fuck we are. In more news, Canada, America's hat, has officially lost its measles-free status after a year-long outbreak pushed the national cases past 5,000, ending more than 2 decades without sustained transmission. The Pan American Health Organization revoked the designation this week, saying the virus has circulated continuously for over 12 months. Canada first eliminated endemic measles in 1998 and helped the rest of the Americas region earn its measles-free label in 2016. The loss is largely symbolic, but public health experts call it a warning sign for other nations, including the United States and Mexico, that declining vaccination rates are leaving millions vulnerable to outbreaks. Now they're saying what has caused this is the fact that vaccination coverage has dropped below 95%, the 95% threshold needed to block transmission. You know how they talk about herd immunity and all of that? Yeah, once you go below a certain amount of people that have the vaccination, there's no more of that. Y'all gonna learn. But yeah, now Canada has lost its designation. In other sugar spiky news, in our last sugar spiky story of the day, I should say, local reports say federal officials are investigating after a U.S. postal employee died over the weekend at its distribution center in Allen Park, Michigan. The man, a maintenance worker in his 30s, died Saturday after reportedly being stuck inside a mail handling machine for several hours at the USPS Detroit Network Distribution Center. News outlets reported that the man's fiancée notified authorities after he failed to return home after his shift. His body was found stuck inside the machine. He had been dead 6 to 8 hours before authorities arrived. Mail handling machines, which are used to sort and weigh mail, can range in size from compact to large. The mail distribution center where the man was found has many large machines. Investigators have labeled the death an accident, but an investigation remains ongoing. The Michigan Occupational Safety and Health Administration has yet to publish any information about the incident. Federal officials will lead the death investigation, seeing as the incident took place in a federal government building. The distribution center remains fully operational. USPS released a statement to news outlets expressing their condolences to the employee's family. In that statement, they said, quote, the United States Postal Service is deeply saddened by the loss of our employee at the Detroit Network Distribution Center in Allen Park. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family. End of quote. Here's a question. Don't they have people working down to, like, was he the only one that was working there? Nobody else decided to look and see, hey, what's the man? Did they get a man's name? I don't think they gave the man name. We'll call him Rob. Anybody checked on Rob? He said he was going over there to the machine. I ain't seen him. Can somebody go look? Like, ain't nobody gonna look for him? They said the man was dead 6 to 8 hours. I know a lot of these large distribution centers for mail, they have overnight shifts and day shifts. Like, they have people working there basically all hours of the day and night. I'm just trying to find out, sir, how did this happen? It, I don't know how he got in there. I don't know if he fell in. I don't even know what the machine looked like. Was he also not a federal worker? I don't know. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. Like, right, Terry? Like, Terry, I'm with you. What machine did he get stuck in? How did he get in there? Ain't nobody went to go check on him. Like, did you fall in? Did you scream? Did you make a noise? How did he die? Did the machine, smash him or squish him or something? Baby, I have so many questions. We'll be praying for the family. As we do the stanky leg out of the sugar spike segment and deeper down into the dossier, this story could have really been in the sugar spike segment, but here we are. Paramount lost hundreds of employees ahead of plans to bring staffers back to the office in person 5 days a week, according to a presentation from company shareholders presented this week. The directive, which will touch all departments at the media conglomerate, begins in January and is aimed at, quote, unlocking Paramount's full potential and creating a more connected, agile organization, end of quote. And that's according to Paramount. Employees in the company's two largest hubs, that being Los Angeles and New York, at the vice president level and below, were, quote, offered the option of a voluntary severance package if they are unable or unwilling to return to the office full time, end of quote. Approximately 600 employees chose the severance package over returning to the office. Baby, they said, yeah, we're not going back. We're not going back. Bruh, run me my severance. I ain't coming back. Sorry. Now, Paramount had already announced major staff reductions following their merger with Skydance. The people said, fuck that shit. I'm not going back. We're not going back. Do not ask me to come back in that office. I don't like sitting next to that bitch that was next to me that didn't like to bathe or put on deodorant any the fuck way. I ain't going back. I'm taking a severance. You offering it, I'm taking it. I'm just saying. It is Xavier. I'm just saying. I wish nothing for the worst, but the worst for Paramount, Skydance, whatever they're calling themselves today. The people said, yeah, don't look for us to come back. I guess they thought they was flexing. Oh, yeah, you could take a settlement. We are. You could take a settlement if you don't want to come back. Okay, say less. You could take severance. Good, beautiful. Bye. Oh, well. Now, here's the story that I was talking to Chef about earlier. Now, let's get into this, y'all. A woman accused of killing a Tennessee pastor with whom she was having an affair has been found guilty of his murder. Latasha Daniels, a mental health and anger management counselor, was indicted in 2019 after fatally shooting 36-year-old Brodus Perry, the former head pastor of Mississippi Boulevard Christian Church in Memphis, Tennessee. According to the commercial appeal, authorities say Miss Daniels drove hours from Little Rock, Arkansas, to the couple's apartment in a Memphis suburb to confront Mr. Perry about ending the relationship with his wife. Well, police say she shot him multiple times while yelling, quote, "You broke my heart! You broke my heart!" End of quote. Then she turned the gun on Mr. Perry's wife, Tabitha, who survived her injuries. Oh, yeah, she shot the wife too. Now, the pastor, he was shot in the head. The wife was shot in her left shoulder. Miss Daniels was charged with first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, and employing a firearm while committing a dangerous felony. During the week-long trial, Miss Daniels testified that she met the pastor through ministry work down to St. Mark Baptist Church in Little Rock, Arkansas. She said that the pastor had offered to counsel her while she confided in him about her marital issues with her own husband and how she faced emotional neglect and distance from her own husband. Now, during their second counseling session, she said their relationship became sexual. She said she knew he was married. Ms. Daniels describes the early days of their relationship as, quote, amazing, end of quote. She says that was the time when Pastor was extremely affectionate. He brought her expensive gifts, took her on trips, and paid for her membership at a high-end cigar lounge he frequented. She said that during the affair, she and the pastor always made sure to include a third person on public outings to make it look like they were conducting church business. Child. However, as the affair continued, she said that the pastor grew manipulative and controlling. Toward the end of the relationship, she said he allegedly made her say, quote, yes, sir, and no, sir, end of quote, when talking to him. During their trips together, she said pastor made her pay travel expenses, but he financed everything else. She claims that the pastor would not allow her to wear clothes in their hotel rooms and, quote, withdrew affection, end of quote, if she was clothed. So he had you in this hotel room, baby. I need you butt ass naked. When I roll up in this hotel room, your legs need to be in the letter V and your coochie need to be open, waiting for me to enter it. Don't ask me no questions. Coochie agape, mouth ajar, waiting for me to enter one of the two. And on special occasion, your asshole need to be prepped and ready too. Butt booty ass naked. I just read what's going on here. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Don't look at me. I wasn't there. I wasn't there. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Antonia says she's confused. Oh, dear God. Let's continue. She also testified that their primary mode of communication was through an app that the pastor urged her to download, which deletes messages immediately after they're sent. The pastor also allegedly told her that their relationship couldn't go to the next stage until she divorced her husband. She said that she divorced her husband of 8 years, but the pastor stayed with his wife. Baby, you didn't see that coming? Girl, that better be some good ass dick. Girl, girl, the way y'all be going crazy over Pasapine. Child. Right, you better prep for all contingencies, okay? You better prep for all contingencies. Oh, yeah, this was premeditated. Mama had a plan. Please be clear. She also said that the pastor often brought up the concept of, quote, ethical non monogamy, end of quote. Wait, what? Ethical non monogamy? What? When what? What had happened? What? Wait, what? Girl. And the pastor also asked her to find another person that she and the pastor could invite into their sexual relationship. Now we knew that was coming. I wonder if that was the third person they had down to the when they went out to eat and stuff. She also allegedly claimed, I'm sorry, the pastor told her that his wife was aware of the non-monogamy concept and permitted him to have an open marriage. The wife was good with it. However, Miss Daniels said that the pastor's wife, had no idea about their affair. That was confirmed by the police. The pastor's wife also told the police she ain't know nothing about it. Now, Miss Daniels also testified that the pastor gave her very specific instructions not to call 911 in the event something were to happen to him while they were together, but to contact another pastor they knew. Yeah, if I go into cardiac arrest, if I stroke out, if I fall and crack my skull, don't worry about 911. 911 can help me, but call this pastor, this other pastor. I mean, he may or may not be in town. He may or may not be in the area. He may or may not be able to medically help me, but he could maybe call 911 from where he at and explain the situation to 911 and hopefully by some chance get the emergency operators to him in time. Pasapena's Community P, Catherine Powell. Hey, Catherine Powell. Ciao. Baby, listen. I have never heard of ethical non-monogamy. That's a new one for me. I'm gonna have to use that one. That's a good one right there, y'all. On one occasion in October of 2017, the pastor allegedly told her he planned to leave his wife after sending her to Florida. Miss Daniels said she and the pastor spent days together while his wife was away and even traveled overseas. When the pastor was finally promoted as executive pastor of Mississippi Boulevard Christian Church in Memphis, Tennessee, Ms. Daniels testified that he visited Arkansas from time to time to continue the affair. Oh, what she trying to say is, my coochie good. He was traveling across state lines to get some of this. In March of 2019, Ms. Daniels says she attempted to kill herself in front of the pastor after he grew cold toward her, but the pastor talked her out of it. 1 month later, the pastor allegedly texted her to suggest they end their affair. She says she wanted to end her life after that. She typed a suicide note in her phone, grabbed the gun, and said she started driving to a local park where she said she planned to shoot herself. Baby, that's some good ass dick, honey. Baby, listen. Baby. Hey, Angela. Ciao. Baby, listen. Mama was finna go off herself. As she was on the interstate, she said she saw the Memphis exit instead decided to drive to Memphis instead. So she had the gun and the suicide note in her phone, and she was going to the park to go kill herself. And she was driving to the park and saw the exit said Memphis. And she said, "Oh, hell nah." And went on that exit. Now we gonna make this happen now. She says, according to police, I should say, she headed to the cigar lounge that the pastor often visited and found the pastor who allegedly suggested they go to his apartment and admit their affair to his wife. Oh, it gets better. So she didn't immediately kill him. She said she found the pastor down to the cigar lounge. Pastor said, "You know what? Let's go and talk to my wife about this affair." She says that the pastor's wife was friendly and welcoming toward her during the visit, but that the pastor ultimately never told the wife about the affair. She said that when the meeting went nowhere, the pastor decided to end the visit. She said she didn't remember firing the gun and that she never planned to harm anyone. Baby, she just lost it. Mama said, "Oh, hell nah. You mean the fuck? You brought me the fuck all the way down here and you didn't even tell this whore about us? Oh, hell nah." She just lost it and blacked out. Mama says she lost it. Mama says she lost it. Child. Pentecostal Deacon Dick is best known down to the Rainbow Coalition compound. I'm just going to be honest with you, Uncle Jay. The Pentecostal Demon Dick is well known down to the Rainbow Coalition compound. I need a whole Lifetime story about this. This shit is good. This shit is good as hell. Better than the movies. She reiterated that the only person she wanted to harm that day was herself. On the stand, she said, quote, "I'm so very sorry. I never wanted to hurt anybody." End of quote. Now, the pastor's widow, she testified against this woman and recounted the whole incident with the shooting. When questioned by defense attorneys, the wife of the pastor said that when she was shot, Miss Daniels said something to the effect of, quote, "I didn't mean to," end of quote. The wife of the pastor said that when police finally arrived, Miss Daniels pointed the gun at herself and responding officers had to talk her out of self-harm. The prosecution argued that Ms. Daniels' shooting was intentional in the same way that her choice to engage in an affair with the pastor was intentional. Her defense attorneys asserted that the shooting was done in the heat of the moment. A mess. Now, the jury ended up not giving her first degree murder. They gave her a second degree murder and reckless endangerment. But the prosecutors was like, "How is this not first degree?" They said that Miss Daniels spent roughly 3 hours driving to Memphis and 20 minutes speaking to the pastor's wife before pulling out the gun. They said that the shooting stemmed from Miss Daniels' anger and heartbreak over the breakup with the pastor. A mess. Sentencing will be on December 17th. A mess. I need this made into a movie. I want to see a picture of Pastor Two Carey. Hold on. Let me see if I could Google his name. What's the pastor name? And get y'all a picture. Hold your line. Hold your line. What's his name? Uh 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 oh, there he go. Perry Brodus. I mean Brodus Perry. See if we can't find Mr. Perry. Oh, he ain't even all that. Girl, he is not even all that. Oh, girl. Okay, so hold on. So here's the passer, right? That's passer. That's passer. This is passer with the wife. That's passer with the wife. Let me make that big. Go. There you go. That's passer with the wife. And that's mama girl. Girl, he ain't even all that, girl. Girl, he is not even all that. Girl, is y'all going through all of this? Oh, it wasn't the face that drove her crazy. Oh, okay. Yeah, he might have dick of death, cock of doom, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? He might be born with 3 legs or something like that. I don't know. Baby, listen. Right. Baby, she did all this for the baby. If you don't take your ass to this damn jail, child. Ain't they wildin', Miss Shorty B? Exactly, Uncle Jay. Matthew Stevenson is kind of cute, but I wouldn't even do that for no Matthew Stevenson. I'm sorry. Child. I don't have nothing for these people. Ma'am, all we have for you, ma'am, is a hearty. Is a hearty. Go with God.
Go with God. Go with God, Crispy.
In other news, Wendy is in the news. Apparently, Wendy has been cleared. Wendy has been cleared. A new test has reportedly cleared her of the diagnosis that kept her under court control for the past 3 years. She recently completed a series of neurological tests in New York. The specialist who conducted them determined she does not have frontotemporal dementia. She does not have frontotemporal dementia. The neurologist shared that the results with Wendy's legal team last month, and they directly contradicted earlier testing from this year that had reaffirmed her original diagnosis. Wendy, I'm gonna be honest with you, ma'am. I'm gonna be real honest with you, ma'am. I don't think it's gonna matter. I think he do give verse bottom tees. He do, Xavier. I ain't gonna even lie. Matthew Stevenson do give you that he's a he quiet as it's kept give me slap bottom, not verse bottom, but slap bottom. She looks better with what wig? What wig? Who wig? Wig. Y'all talk about Wendy or the pastor lady? The lady who shot the pastor. Wig. Hey, wig. Wendy, I don't think it's gonna matter. I think they're just gonna kick the can down the road, Wendy, and find another way to keep you in there. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm just gonna be brutally honest. We'll monitor the situation, but I don't see this going well for you, Wendy. In more news, now This was another situation. We ain't got enough time. I really want to go into detail about this one. Now, this is also out of Memphis, Tennessee. Apparently, this woman descended from the Caucasus Mountains. She finds herself in legal trouble for spray painting her ex-boyfriend's property after she fucked her boyfriend's her ex-boyfriend's coworker. She spray painted the word teamwork. Uh-huh. All across her ex-boyfriend's garage. She's been arrested. Now, where she wrote that she spray painted teamwork across this man's garage. According to reports, she got real friendly with a colleague or coworker of her ex-boyfriend. Instead of quietly moving on, she decided to make a public statement about getting her back cracked not only by her boyfriend but by her boyfriend's coworker. And so she wrote on spray painted all over her boyfriend's garage, teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. I'm sorry, I got the story wrong. By the time she started fucking the colleague, he was her ex-boyfriend, and this was her way of getting back at her ex-boyfriend because teamwork makes the dream work. Listen, I don't know. Tag team back again. I don't know. Baby, I don't know. Right. What's going to work? Teamwork. I just report the stories. I don't know what y'all want from me, okay? I just report what is happening. In other news, now this is from down to the TikTok. In TikTok news, a TikToker has learned her legal fate for sleeping with another woman's husband. Brene Kennard, a popular TikTok creator with nearly 3 million followers, has been ordered to pay $1.75 million after a North Carolina jury found her liable for breaking up a marriage, according to news outlets. The civil case centered around claims brought by Akira Montague, who accused Kennard of having an affair with her husband, Tim Montague. Akira and Tim married in 2018. She claimed the affair caused emotional trauma, hurt her health, and impacted their kids by taking away a stable home. The jury agreed, siding with her on charges of criminal conversation and alienation of affection. I mean, now they're saying that North Carolina is one of the few states where a spouse can sue someone for causing the end of a marriage. They're saying that the affair reportedly happened between the couple's home and was brought. I'm sorry, they said the alleged affair reportedly happened both in the couple's home and was broadcast across Miss Kennard's social media. Oh, bitch, you was putting it on your TikTok? Oh, bitch, you ain't shit. Now, Miss Kennard said that the wife knew what was happening and even gave the green light. She said, oh, she gave her consent. She said it was okay because she knew her marriage was over with and it was done. End of quote. The husband did ultimately leave the wife for the TikToker. Pay that woman her money. She was going hard in the paint. Oh. Baby, I ain't got nothing to do with it. I don't even know this woman, who this woman is. Which one is the TikTok person? The one on the left or the one on the right? Who's the TikToker? Somebody help me. Who's the TikToker? Is it the one on the left or is it the one on the right? I just want to know. Because the one on the left is the TikToker. Okay. Oh, listen, you got to pay that woman her money. I don't know what you're looking at us for. We ain't got nothing to do with it. The jury said you owe that woman $1.75 million. That's almost $2 million. Apparently, it does not pay for you to be sleeping with somebody's man down to the TikTok. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Don't look at me, ma'am. Do not look at me. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Moving on. So apparently, we got beef between Omarion and I want to set up. Hold on, y'all. I want to set this up for y'all. Now, this started with Mario having some shit to say down to Cam Newton's platform about Omarion. Here's the video.
Omarion. It be hit or miss for me sometimes. Say less.
Now, Omarion didn't take kindly to that at all. Omarion was like, hold on, let me let you see what Omarion had to say. Omarion then decided to answer, and here's what he said. Here's what Omarion had to say.
There's always turbulence amongst your peers on who can sing and who can't. Right.
Which is a wild conversation, you know what I mean? Because we're supposed to be here to uplift.
By the way, I enjoyed the verses. I know that was a long time ago that Jewett and Mario did. Since then, a lot of just that kind of turbulence has come out. But I dare say, man, we're entering a whole new age. It's better that we work together than work divided. Under those circumstances, would you ever be willing to work with him? You know,
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. You know, I think that for me, it's all about respect. You know, I think you can have your opinion, but you know, the moment I feel like there's no respect there,
that's
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm cool. I'd rather, you know, step back.
Man.
Yeah. I don't think it's respect there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Especially for somebody like me that has been doing it, you know, before him.
Okay. And the things that you've accomplished.
I'm just saying, it's not by chance.
Okay.
I hear
that. It's by hard work.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. It's not by chance.
Now, if I'm not mistaken,
at McDonald's for just $5.
I feel like Omarion and B2 Gay, started around the same time as Mario. When did B2 Gay have their first album? Because I remember Mario's first album being somewhere around 02, 01 or 02. When did B2 Gay have their first album? Oh, they already said, hey, Nay. They already said Omarion wasn't singing all of these. Well, Omarion ain't got, his voice ain't all of that. Let's be clear. If we're talking about who's the better singer, clearly Mario is a better singer than Omarion. However, The question is, I mean, but although you're a better singer, Mario, Omarion got a bigger dick than yours. I mean, I'm just gonna put it out there. We done seen both meets. Just saying. Now, if you had to take one, first we're gonna say singing wise. Who's the better singer first? First, who's the better? I'm gonna go Mario's the better singer. Okay. B2 Gay started in 02. So y'all came around the same time. Because I know Mario's first album was like 02. So you over here talking about, because I've been in this shit longer. How? Right, Mario is the better singer. But if both of them knocked on your door, who are you letting in the house? If you know what I mean. If you got to knock on the door and Omarion and Mario was at the door, who is you letting in the door? Who is you letting in the house? Oh, you think he was referred to his acting career? I hope so. Because I was like, girl, I'm letting Omarion in the house. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm sorry, Mario. I'm letting Omarion in the house. I'm sorry. Omarion is coming in the house. I ain't gonna even hold you. Omarion is coming in the house. I'm sorry. Not come to the backyard. Baby, what's going down in the backyard? I'm just asking. Let me see when B2 Gay's first album. Their first song was wasn't it? Their first song was I remember that was their first song. That song was released when? According to the Googles, it was released in 2002, the same damn year Mario came out. You know, I'm not doing this with you, Omarion. Cha. Now both of them can sit their ass outside. Ciao. Anyway, y'all, listen, just let me know. Yeah, let me know when y'all done fighting. Okay, okay. Go, I have nothing else for y'all. Okay, go with God.
Go with God. Go with God, Crispy.
In our last story of the day, so Rick Ross has released a new has partnered with South Beach Brewing Company to launch a new THC and CBD infused sparkling beverage line. Are y'all going to go buy it? Now, from what I understand, it's supposed to not only have THC and CBD, I think it's supposed to have a little bit of alcohol in it. Anybody going to go buy it? I don't know if I want THC or CBD infused in my alcohol. I'm just saying. Nobody's going to go buy it. Nobody. 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 Not Terrence said, what's for dinner? Nobody. Nobody. I don't know if he gets down like Bill Cosby and stuff. Baby, I don't know. Yeah, I don't want CBD and THC in my alcoholic drinks. Now, I do have CBD, THC infused drinks. Shout out to Tanya LaFleur and Lazy Boy Snacks, who can get you your drinks infused with nature's goodness. However, I don't know that I want my alcoholic drinks infused. I just feel like it'll be too much. The people, they said, I asked, listen, Rick Ross, I asked the people how many of them was going to buy it. And they said, nobody, 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 nobody. That's what they said. I don't know what to tell you, sir. Yeah, the people said it's no. The people said this will go into Really B's shit we did not ask for. At any rate, that's the dossier for the day. That is the dossier for today. Listen, y'all, please do not forget. Right, don't it sound like some lean shit? Please do not forget that tomorrow we will be exclusively on Twitch. We're trying to build up Twitch. So not this dust mite. Not crossfade in the can. You know what? Like, I feel like if I drink it, I'm going to immediately want to fight somebody. Like, I feel like it would evoke the same feeling that Crime Mob's first album evoked. Remember when Crime Mob first album came out, the Nook If You Book album? Every song on that album, if they played it in the club, niggas was just out here just fighting people in the middle of the club. I mean, you had Nuck If You Buck. You had Fuck That Shit That You Talking on there. You had use a BITCH. Hell, I might even want to fight on stiletto pups in the club. Who would have thought that these girls would get crunk? We rocking stilettos, ho. We rocking stilettos. I might want to fight on that shit. That whole first Crime Mob album was nothing but a can of whoop ass every time it came on in the club, because I was in the clubs back when that album came out. And I feel like if I drank the drink, alcohol infused, sparkling seltzer alcohol or whatever, infused with THC and CBD, I might want to fight somebody. Thank you, Xavier. Xavier put the link for Fight This Sleep. Xavier put the link in the chat. Please, that album was good, Paul. I ain't gonna even hold you. I remember my first year teaching back in 2000 blank blank. I would play that album and blast it from my car as I drove out of the parking lot. And the song that I would blast was Fuck That Shit That You Talking. Fuck That Shit That You Talking. I would literally, because I still had a CD player back then, right? In my car. And I will put the CD in and blast that shit like it was the last time. On my riding outside the parking lot. Kids looking at me like I done lost my goddamn mind. Right. Like, if you were in the club back in those days, 04, 05, around that time when this album came out, when you went to the club and that shit came on, it was like, get out the fucking way. because it's about to get violent. And I don't see people get bloodied and all kinds of stuff out there. Nope. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. I did start teaching I'm not paying you no mind, Xavier. Don't do me, as I'll be forced to do you harder. Right. Wasn't they fighting back then, Demetria? Girl, for those of us who was in the clubs back then, we knew back then, baby, listen, they didn't fuck off. They were not fucking off. Anyway, y'all, we about to get out of here. Again, I will be back tonight at 9 p.m. with to do the review panel for Real Housewives of Potomac. So please come back, be with me, Darren Green, and Medusa at 9 o'clock. We're gonna do our panel for the Real Housewives of Potomac tonight at 9 o'clock. Tomorrow we will be only on Twitch. Tomorrow we will be only on Twitch. Okay. Everybody started having songs where it was just bedlam in the middle of the club. I really think the song that really started it, the first time I saw people doing that at the club was Hey in the Middle of the Barn. Now, Hey in the Middle of the Barn was a song where fools used to just go crazy. Okay. For those of you coming back around for our review panel on Potomac, the Real Housewives of Potomac, we will be here at 9 o'clock. For those people coming back tomorrow, we will be on Twitch tomorrow at our regular time. As I always say, I'll also try to remind y'all in the members only chat as well as on the community wall. Thank you, Ravine. If you want to donate to the platform, you can do that here. No, not that. That's the wrong thing. Here. You can do that here. That's how you donate to the platform. Right there. All right. As I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged. They're much appreciated. Y'all could be a whole lot of places, but y'all is here with me. I did look to see if Really B was going live. I did not see a live setup for her. I know when I talked to her earlier, she had to go run some errands, so she may not be having a live till later. Anyway, for those coming back around here, I will see y'all at 9 o'clock. For the rest of you all, I'll see you on Twitch tomorrow at our usual time, 5 p.m. That's all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out. I love y'all.